Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome everyone and welcome to all the viewers of the channel to another video. In this video today I wanted to talk about why do I love the new era of education, which is the known principles that we always had in terms of learning any type of field, in this case the Arabic language, merged into technology. And many people they do criticize the fact of learning online with a teacher, or anything, or like you say in Arabic, أو أشياء من هذا القبيل, things that has to do with this type of criticizing. But I think that as Muslims as well, and as human beings in general, if you don't adapt to the evolution of things, there will be a point where you will find yourself obligated to do it, because it's just how it is. Like, everyone is doing it, and the things that we had before, they are slowly getting wiped out, just because everyone is doing it, and at the end of the day everyone sees that that's more beneficial. And you can just to give you an example, for example, you have the e-commerce world, right? Amazon, you have and many other online stores. In this case Amazon is the most known, but you can see that slowly businesses on the traditional market, they start to leave the market. Like, for example, Toys R Us, which was a really known brand, and they went out of business just because Amazon, they were able to adapt to the evolution of technology and the world in general. So that happens the same with the field of education. When it comes to learning, and this is a misconception that a lot of people has when it comes to having a teacher. A lot of people think that having a teacher was going to change everything, or the type of teacher that you have is going to change everything. There's no doubt that the teacher has a big influence on the student. However, a teacher is just someone who's guiding you, someone who's instructing you, someone who's telling you what to do just because he's been there already. So in terms of the Arabic language, me as an instructor, my my obligation and what I am supposed to do to help you to become in this case fluent in Arabic, or learn the Arabic language in general, is to instruct you and to guide you and tell you what to do for you to get there, right? Because it's like any other thing, right? If you haven't been there, you won't know the little nitty-gritty things that you need to do in terms of getting there. But just to give you an example, the traditional way of learning is that, for example, here in Mauritania, right, you have a shaykh, you have a teacher who is going to be sitting down from the morning all the way to whatever time, to Maghrib time, in the masjid, sitting, listening to what you have already memorized. So you don't go to the teacher and like give him the book and, okay, so are we ready? No, you memorize first, you do your your due diligence, and you do your own efforts, and then you go to the teacher for him to explain you what you have already memorized. So in terms of the Arabic language, for example, when I was in Egypt, right, in the beginning, there was this this kind of like, okay, I'm going to class, so the teacher explains us everything, and feeds me the spoon in the mouth, and gives us all the meanings of this and that and this and that. But then the more we became mature in the way of learning, and the more we became used to learning and to the actual way of learning, it was more about, let me go to the class, and when I will get to the class, everything will be on the board already. So we will have like half an hour to write everything down in our notebook. Then we will take about 10 to 20 minutes for the teacher to go over it, really like super general. And then at the end, he will give us a lesson of for example, whatever subject, kind of خواتها, or أسماء الإشارة in the beginning, or ضمائر المتصلة, or anything like that, right? And this was it. I mean, the teacher, he's only there to make things easier for you and to help you to get there quicker. But at the end of the day, the teacher wasn't, the capacity of the teacher, and what really helped us is that everything was in his head already. So everything was memorized, and he was able to tell you. For example, you will ask him what is la'ib, I mean, and how do you use it? I don't know how to correctly use it. And he was able to tell you, okay, la'iba comes from la'iba, the tasrif of it, the conjugation is la'iba yal'abu, il'ab, lu'ba is a toy, and the la'ibun is the one who plays, and al-mal'ub is the thing, or the thing which the verb falls on. So in this case, it will be the thing that you are playing with. And lu'iba is and all of these terms that he already had in his mind, and the conjugations, and that will help you to have new things already in the plate, basically, for you to eat it and for you to consume it and for you to memorize it. Now, in terms of teaching online and learning online with an online teacher, it's not for everyone, that's for sure. It's not for everyone. It's only for the student who is able to quote unquote self-study, and the student who is able and who is really hungry for learning the Arabic language, and understands the concept of a teacher. Like, what is the teacher helping me to do? Not what the teacher is. Like, the teacher is not gonna magically put all the words, all the verbs, all the vocabulary in your head. He's only telling you what you need to do. And this one of the main problems why a lot of people, they don't find and they don't benefit from online teaching, and they don't benefit from a teacher in general, just because they expect the teacher to do everything for them. And that's a major problem when it comes to learning in general, not only learning the Arabic language. And so when you look at scholars, the way they used to learn, and the way they used to really struggle and push themselves to learn, you will see that it was so personal. Like, the efforts were so personal. They will travel for 6 months just to find one hadith, go to 21 different classes in one day, like it was reported from Imam Nawawi. And so learning online is about that. It's not for everyone. It's for the student who is really determined and motivated to go from spot A, where he is at right now, to spot B, with the help of the instructor, who is supposed to be someone who has already been there, right? So I just wanted to make this quick video to clear this misconception out, that learning online is not as effective as the traditional learning. And the conclusion of it is that it's the same. It's just that it's through a laptop, through a webcam, through a mic, and you hearing me and being able to come at certain times to the appointments that you have with your instructor, etc., etc. So at the end of the day, it's just the same. It's just that it's made virtually. It's like, for example, if you want to memorize Quran, you will say, yeah, but it's memorizing Quran online is not as effective as memorizing it in person. I mean, it really depends on the person. Again, like, at the end of the day, if you look at the things that you are doing on person, you are being listened, You are memorizing by yourself. You are revising. Can you do that through technology right now? Can you do that through a mic? Can you do that through a camera? If yes, then the results should be the same. And what we need to focus is on the result, rather than focusing on the way which that is achieved. All right. So hopefully this was beneficial, and hopefully I got my point through. Let me know, guys, in the comment section if the point that I was trying to make was actually clear and you guys understood. And yeah, guys, hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully, if you guys are interested in this type of videos, you guys subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.